It's an NFL edition episode for the Culture Shift. It's your boy D Sama.
Tunes, peace out.
And Drano 3 times.
And we're gonna get right into it. So Drano, man, who do you got winning the Super Bowl this year? What's the matchup?
You want Super Bowl picks?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna say this year for sure. I'm gonna go Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
For sure, Baltimore Ravens. I would say up against the San Francisco 49ers with Brock Purdy at the helm. And I think Baltimore is gonna win a close, hard-fought game. And Lamar Jackson will also be the Super Bowl MVP.
Okay, right, hard for your team. Okay, I got you. What about you, Tones?
The only place the Baltimore Ravens go, as far as bowl games, is the toilet bowl. They're trash.
Damn.
They're shit. Not gonna be anywhere near there, man. Leading the quarterback with the running back and quarterback, Lamar Jackson. Let's be serious, man. What did he do last season? 17 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
They switch it off.
12 games, bro.
Well, first of all,
12 games?
he had an injury year.
Injury
He had an
year.
injury year, of course. But that's not even what I asked you. That's not what the question was. I said you got a problem. I already see where you're going. I see where you're going with this.
What?
You know,
I'm just being real, man.
we got. Let's just get it right to it. We got a fake Chiefs fans here.
Oh.
You know, the guy was a Rams fan for most of his life. Then he claimed he was a Colts fan because of Peyton Manning. And then, the Chiefs won a few football games, and now, this guy wants to buy a Patrick Mahomes jersey.
And I know a lot of people like that.
Yeah, I know a lot of
Rams and
people.
Chiefs. That's
Somebody
quick.
trade on you, man. When life turns back on you, you turn your back on it. And that's the Rams. I don't like the Rams, they left us. I'll never be a fan of the Rams. Peyton Manning left the Colts, that's an easy switch. Pat Mahomes is the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. That being said, Daryl, to answer your question, Daryl,
Chiefs,
the Super Bowl champion will be the Kansas City Chiefs. In that game versus them and thrashed on will be the Seattle Seahawks.
Seahawks. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Division matchup. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay.
So you believe your boy Geno?
So yeah, you believe in Geno Smith.
Geno had a great season last season, man. That's just
And
facts.
the defense was pretty good too.
Defense.
Woolen.
Terry Woolen led the league in interceptions. He should have won Rookie of the Year, but that's another story for another day. There's no way in hell Sauce Gardner should have got the defensive Rookie of the Year. It's not. It shouldn't be any way. That's blasphemy. That's pure blasphemy.
I guess it's blasphemy. Daryl, what are your picks, buddy? Who do you got winning the Super Bowl this year?
Man, it's crazy because I got a mix of both the teams, like all the teams you guys had. I got the Chiefs winning it all, man, again.
Yes, sir.
Against the 49ers. Against Brock Purdy and all the weapons they have.
Yes, sir.
Great defense. We're going to see what's happening with the Nick Bosa situation.
Against Brock Purdy, I keep hearing y'all bring this man up like he's Jesus. That
he-
man is a basic quarterback.
Let's talk about the stats now. Brock Purdy, how many games did Brock Purdy lose last year? About 2? Maybe
lost
2?
when it mattered.
Huh?
He lost when it
What
mattered.
I'm saying, he got hurt.
He
You heard how injured that man was. He should have sat
He got
down. 13 touchdowns and 4 NOs in the season. In 9 games, there's not a good quarterback. There's not a quarterback that's going to lead you to the Super Bowl. He's going to disappoint again in the playoffs.
So he's better or he's worse than Jimmy G?
Jimmy Garoppolo?
Yeah. Now people love to say all he does is win when it comes to Jimmy G.
Well,
That's the
I'm going to say it's about Jimmy G. If you better than Jimmy G, I'm not really jumping for joy for you on that.
Well, Jimmy G got to a Super Bowl. We're talking about Super Bowls.
Man, I've seen Jimmy G overthrow so many guys and throw it right to coverage. I think with him, that's more like
So you think if Brock Purdy was in that Super Bowl, that he would have won?
Against the Chiefs?
Was it the Chiefs? Yeah, the Chiefs.
No, I don't think
They was about to throw away. Jimmy G, I think he overshot somebody. Yeah,
I don't know if that changed it that much.
I think it was against the Patriots though. I thought it was a little while ago.
It might be against the Bucks. Bucks in the NFC.
What
The
they
NFC title game maybe or something.
I felt like they lost to Tom.
I don't know.
Nah, they didn't lose.
That's something you can check up real quick, Dre.
Nah, Chiefs lost to Tom and Aaron lost to Tom, but I don't know.
What else we got, man?
49 Super Bowl, man. That was a great.
It was too long ago.
It was too. What are we talking about? That 49ers defense can carry anybody. I can play quarterback. I can play quarterback.
That's why I said the Niners are gonna make it, bro. Like, who in the NFC can beat the Niners right now? Seriously.
Totally. The Seattle's Seahawks.
What are you basing that off of?
I'm based on Geno Smith, a great game manager. Not only that, he can get the deep ball down to DK Metcalf. He had 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Way better than Lamar Jackson. But that's another story for another day.
So he's better than Lamar Jackson.
Wait, hold on.
I'm just saying.
Lamar Jackson was.
That sounds like a little recency bias.
Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? You're just running your mouth right now.
He just had his first good year for his
Of his career, bro.
Last season.
Comeback player of the year. He shouldn't have won that. Cause where does he come back from? Mediocrity. This should have been like what is he coming back
that's
from?
a comeback though.
What is he coming back from?
That is a
No, in
comeback.
order to come back, you have to have been there before. You came
I'm
back.
not saying he's better than Lamar Jackson.
Oh, he's
I'm
definitely
not saying.
not. He's not.
In a million years, I'm
not saying Patrick Mahomes is better than Lamar Jackson this year.
You're crazy.
I'm taking Lamar Jackson for the MVP this year over Patrick.
Okay.
For sure. For sure,
How
yes.
many games he gonna play?
He gonna play the whole.
Yeah, never win for that 9
We just
games
paid him.
season.
We just paid him his money. The Ravens are gonna have a great season, if not the best season.
But you know, y'all, all
Lamar
these
Jackson,
problems,
Lamar Jackson.
y'all bug, the injury bug at some point. I don't want to wish it on y'all, but it's gonna hit y'all at some point in the season.
As of right now, it looks like the Chiefs have the injury bug, as well as the I don't want to play for the Chiefs bug. You know, you got Travis Kelce. He's out. He's hurt. He's old as shit. He's out. We got Chris Jones. They're paying him $25 million. I think he wants 50 this year. You know,
He wants
they're
30.
paying him
He
some
wants at
crazy
least
amount of money. Look, they're paying him some crazy amount. He want more. So that tells me he doesn't want to be there.
Ain't say he can hold out till week 8.
Yeah, he already got a plan. Or is he being a fat, lazy? You know, is he being lazy?
Chris will be there week 8. That's what they're gonna do. And by that time, week 8, the Kansas City Chiefs will be 6-2.
So what you paying him for?
He great.
Why not trade?
He gonna make the big plays in the playoffs,
If he's
man.
if you're 6-2, why are you paying this man?
So you can be guaranteed to win.
Patrick
The team not guaranteed to
With
win.
Patrick
Well, Morgan,
Mahomes
you
on the
have
offense, he can
security
make
plan.
any defense be a mid-level defense. Meaning they can be ranked anywhere from 20 to 10. That's mid-level. That's pretty mid-level. Him at quarterback keeping that ball out of the offense's hands on the other side, that's gonna make any defense look good. With Chris Jones back there second, that quarterback putting that pressure on him, that's what brings it to a whole other level, man. Now we're talking top 5.
Because then when you give it to Chiefs, man, they're gonna put you in the dirt and score. So now you gotta pass the ball. So that's more opportunities for Chris Jones.
Yes, sir.
I would sit here and pretend like Patrick Mahomes does not make a defense better because he does.
He does.
That is a fact. But who is going to replace that all-pro in the middle? Like, I'm talking about run defense.
It can't be replaced.
That's what I'm talking about.
It can't be replaced.
I'm talking about run defense. I'm talking about running the ball in between the tackles. Who is going to be there when those big elephants are pushing back?
Hey, Nick Bolton, man, I think he's pretty good linebacker last year. He had a really good year.
I'm talking about the middle.
I mean,
I'm talking about the
they make them tackles though.
The nose guard. He's making tackles because he's taking those blocks. The reason he's able to make those tackles and look good is because Chris Jones is getting double teamed. He's taking 2 to 3 people out of the play. So now, you're going to have a tackle. You have an easy open field tackle because you have a great defensive tackle. So now, who is going to fill that gap?
That's not an automatic 50 points. You talking like Chris Jones only playing on defense, brother. When you got Patrick Mahomes, that's a quick 45 points, no matter what, every game.
So you say to me that I'm talking like Chris Jones is the only player on defense. And instead of you naming more players on defense, you go back to Patrick Mahomes. No, I'm asking you on that defense, who is going to replace the first team All-Pro Chris Jones at defensive tackle?
He can't be replaced. I can reiterate that 1,000 times.
So who's going to step up there and play for him? Who's
Patrick Mahomes?
He is gonna score one more.
The defense don't matter, is what you're saying. Okay.
That's what you don't get, brother.
Okay.
He's going to score
Okay.
points. That man threw for 5,200 yards last season, man.
Man, he threw a lot of picks too.
He threw a lot of picks. What's a lot of picks?
12 picks is a lot.
All right.
How many touchdowns? We talking 52 touchdowns or 12 picks?
41
That's a lot of picks.
TDs. 41 TDs. I mean, I ain't disagree that he's the best player in the
41
league.
TDs. What play you looking at, brother?
I'm looking at Patrick Mahomes.
41 TDs, 12 interceptions. I mean, that's a great season overall. 5,200 yards. Who's better?
All right, so
Nobody.
AFC, who are your 4 AFC? Who are your top AFC leaders? Who you got coming out of the AFC? Who your 4 teams in the AFC? Division leaders we talking. I'll say mine. I got in the AFC. I got the Jets. I think the Jets are going to ease past. First of all, before I even talk about the Jets, the Dolphins.
Oh man.
They don't have a quarterback. Their quarterback has
Hey, we'll see, man.
ongoing concussion. So the Dolphins are. I think Buffalo
Dolphins, man.
is going to get outplayed. If it comes down to quarterback, I think old Aaron Rodgers is better than young Josh Allen. And the Patriots also don't have a quarterback. I love Bill Belichick. I'm a big fan, but it's time for the man to go.
Yeah.
It's time. It's time for. First of all, he drafted Mac Jones for number 15. Mac Jones, what did Mac Jones do at Alabama for anybody? Like,
One championship.
Yeah.
I mean, what did he do as far as individually? Like, what did he do that anybody couldn't do? You could have went out there. You could have went out there with Devontae. What's his name? What's the dude in Philly? Devontae Smith. Probably, I think, was Jameson there? Come on, man.
I don't think Jameson.
Yeah, so I got definitely the Jets out the AFC East, the West. I think the Chiefs can eke past everybody. I'm gonna give it to the Chiefs. I think they'll eke past.
The whole division. Okay.
I think they'll eke past. The South is such a shit show.
Only one team.
We got. I'm just taking Jacksonville because Trevor Lawrence. Like, there's nobody else to even. I won't even mention those other teams. I barely know them. And of course, the flock is gonna lead the North as we always have.
Okay, that's great to hear, man. For me, man, I start off with the AFC West, Chiefs Kingdom. It's always gonna be that way for the next 10 years or forever long. Patrick Mahomes is the chief, which is gonna be to the end of eternity. That's just straight off the bat. Again, I don't know what's wrong with you and where you came from, the Jets, but the Jets have proven nothing. They have the New York media who has overhyped them. If they beat the Bills in that division this year,
Yes.
I'm willing to bet you $100.
I'm not believing in the Bills either.
Today, we can shake on it, brother. If they win that division,
Okay. Well, how about we just do the in-season games?
no, ain't no.
Just take us play two
They play
games.
game one.
I'm talking
Game one.
division championships. You believe in Aaron Rodgers? Like you're Aaron Rodgers.
I didn't say I believe in Aaron. I said I believe Aaron Rodgers, as old as he is, off those psychedelics, is better than Josh Allen, who doesn't even throw the ball to his number one receiver in crunch time moments and has him wanting to leave.
He doesn't want to go anywhere. That man had 1,500 yards. Where's he going? Where are you going getting them yards?
I'm not the
And
one.
Aaron had
He was
Devontae
complaining.
won the league.
I wasn't complaining. Devontae wanted money. Aaron was already leaving. Devontae was going to stay, but Aaron told him basically I'm going to leave. That happened.
The Jets have proven nothing. The Jets have been nothing but mediocrity for the last decade and a half. I don't believe just because they got Aaron Rodgers, old man Aaron, that they're going to win any division.
So they won 8 games last year, and 8 with Zach Wilson and fucking Mike White. So you don't think Aaron gonna add at least a couple wins to
That's
that?
what I'm saying.
You're going to win the division?
Yeah.
You need at least like 11, 12 wins to win that
You
division.
probably need more than that, man. That division is going to be a 13-win team. That's who's going to win that division, man. Because you got
So
the
the
Bills.
Bills win the 13 games?
Yes, they won 13 games last year.
I
Well, they probably would have lost one though.
don't know. This my year. I think they take a step back, man. I'm not a believer in Josh Allen. I'm not a believer in the Bills, man. This is the year that they take.
I've been losing faith in Burrow more and more. And honestly, I think he's about to take a step back. But you go ahead. Who else you got? You said you got the Chiefs.
We go to
you got the
AFC
Bills.
North, man.
Who you think?
I'm going to have to give the king of the North this year to the Cleveland Browns. Now, Deshaun Watson is going to take the league by storm once again, man. I can see him reverting back to his 2020 season where he had 33 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, and that's not going to be with the trash Houston, Texas. It's going to be with a revamped Cleveland Browns team with Amari Cooper.
It's not even revamped. The team has been good for the last few years.
Ready, man.
I'm just saying, like I honestly do believe that he's gonna have a pretty good year. I think he's gonna show the world. I feel like they've been trying to play him. They've been trying to say people like Josh Allen and Herbert are better than him.
Oh,
that's not the case. And I like the flock, but out of the AFC North, really out of most of the AFC, the Browns, I would say I'm very worried about. I'm worried about Deshaun Watson and Myles Garrett. Over there wreaking havoc in the backfield. That's a team to watch.
I'm going to give the Browns 12 wins, and I got them winning the division.
Wow.
AFC South. Now, this is a division who's basically going down the run where they're terrible.
This is a tanking division.
But this division, winner, you're going to be surprised when I say this. It's going to be 2 playoff teams that come out the AFC South, brother. The Jacksonville Jaguars win that division.
Of course.
The Indianapolis Colts, with Anthony Richardson at the helm, is going to win 9 football games this season and will sneak into that wild card, brother. It's going to be done.
We can talk about Anthony Richardson. I'd rather save that for a later moment because if you believe in that guy,
Yes.
then there's a conversation to be had about that because I think he's gonna go out there and he's gonna stink it up. I think he's gonna be very similar to my guy Malik Willis. Well, I can't say Malik Willis because he's a much better athlete. So he actually might get moved around a little bit at position. I think he's going to go stinking up at quarterback, similar to what he did at Florida with those, 17 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. That's pretty terrible. I don't think that's going to get better in the NFL. I see a level of mediocrity for the next few years for that guy until he's out of the league. So I don't think the Colts are going to be anywhere near the playoffs for the foreseeable future.
You don't even think they can?
Oh no.
They can win 9 games this season.
I got them in the bottom.
They can't win 9 games.
I think Texas win more games than them.
He has similar stats. His college stats, that of Anthony Richardson, is similar to that of Josh Allen. Josh Allen for Wyoming, when he played his last season, he had 16 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. What does that sound like to you, brother? What did he just say? That's better.
It sounds like somebody selling a dream. It seems like it sounds like a complete. It sounds utterly ridiculous to even expect this guy who we see on film, missing guys, throwing stupid interceptions, not completing passes. I think he was around 50%, and to expect him to get to the level of a Josh Allen, I believe is just foolish. Anybody who believes it, I believe, is an idiot.
We'll see, man. We're gonna come back to this moment. Week 8, man. We're gonna see what you're talking about. Because they don't get off to a high start.
Alright, now.
Who are your division leaders?
Man, for the South, man, I don't know. You got.
We go with AFC.
Yeah, AFC, but you had the Colts.
Colts.
I got them bottom of the division.
I got Jacksonville winning it.
I got Jacksonville winning though.
Yeah,
So you got the Colts below the Texans?
Yeah, I think
What?
I
Second.
think the Jags at least go 5-1 in their division this year.
Yeah. I mean, the division is awful.
Yeah, pretty awful.
That one it might be a 0.
But then AFC West, man, I'm gonna take the Chiefs, man. I got them repeated.
Okay.
And then I got the wild card. I got the Chargers.
Okay.
I think they finally get over the hump.
Okay.
The North, I'm gonna take the Ravens.
Okay.
But my sneaky team is the Browns. I don't have the Bengals making it. I got the Browns getting another wild card spot. And then the East, I'm gonna have to go with the Jets, man. I think. I'm not the biggest. Aaron was my guy in Green Bay. Thank you for everything you did, but you just became such a dickhead, and like it was hard to back you, but like I can't act like you ain't arguably the best regular season quarterback in NFL history, stat wise, until Patrick Mahomes came. But
you got Peyton Manning out there for like guys.
It is 4 MVPs though.
Aaron Rodgers pretty good.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I give him this regular season.
And I say Dolphins, man. He like the Harden, but like I say Dolphins in the wild card, and I got Bills for 3rd round. I think they get like 9 wins this year, man.
What have the Bills done to you all to make you think that they're not
They're the team
winner of
that's-
that division?
You should know as a Chiefs fan how overhyped they be. Every year they always pick the Bills. Like Bills gonna beat the Chiefs this year. They the top team.
They just can't get past the Chiefs, bro.
And they always fall under. I feel like
They
if you
do
keep
it.
trying the same shit, eventually you gonna become like a mediocre team. Kind of same thing happened to Packers. You kept trying to run it back doing the same shit. And then
The Bills will beat any other team in the AFC.
I'm not saying they can't. I also think.
They have it available to where they possibly could, but they won't though. Like they can, but they won't.
The Chiefs.
We have to see that if they develop a running game. Von Miller's gonna be out.
James Cook good.
Von Miller is overrated right now. He is done. He is the fact that is he the best pass rusher?
He definitely has.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think so.
Christ, what's going on with that? Now, we'll fast forward. We'll get back to that. Let's go ahead and go over to the NFC.
Yeah.
In the NFC, in the East, I got Philly. In the West, I got the Niners.
Okay.
In the South, I have New Orleans actually.
New Orleans.
Yeah, I have New Orleans. I mean, the South is so trash, bro.
North Carolina. Carolina.
Yeah, and as far as the North is hard to decide because it's like I don't know. I don't believe in Jordan Love at all because even though he has played behind Aaron Rodgers, it's been like 5 years, dude. You've shown nothing. Like you've had opportunities out there. So just on that strength, I'm gonna just take the Lions. I was tempted to consider the Bears because of the hype, but even no matter how much hype you put around them, I just haven't seen it from them. So I have to go with the Lions.
I'm a piggyback off what you said. I'm definitely go as far as the North goes. I'm gonna go with the Lions as well.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota Vikings lost something big when they lost Dalvin Cook. That's a big loss.
Yeah.
Don't understand where that came from, but that can't happen. I don't see them
Another year,
picking back
Kirk
up.
Cousins as your quarterback.
As far as the South goes, I'm going to go with Ritter.
Wow.
Falcons?
I'm going Falcons, man. Falcons going to make a big leap this year with their quarterback. They have Drake London, so another couple good receivers, young receivers there. I can see them making that hump.
Kyle Pitts coming back.
Kyle Pitts.
We gotta see.
Kyle Pitts is very,
A little overhyped.
very
He
overhyped.
got a lot of good running backs too, though. Like Cordero.
Kyle Pitts, honestly, and I won't do it alone. But whoever is the GM that hired that got him in the first round needs to be looked into. What were you thinking? I mean, come on.
He needs to slap on.
Well, he on year 3.
Yeah.
Huh? Kyle Pitts,
He's on the year.
they got caught in the speed hype with Kyle Pitts. He's a big tight end. Can get down the field, runs a 4.3. It hypes him up.
Three touchdowns in 27 games.
Yeah, if we're on the topic of his speed and his 4.3, I'm happy you mentioned that. Because has it translated
He hasn't.
to the NFL?
What he had? I think he had like 1,000 yards last year.
Nah, his rookie year he did.
He had 1,000 yards rookie
Did he
year.
get hurt last year? I know the coach,
Yeah, he did.
Didn't the coach just sit him last year?
They were sucking last year.
I mean, yeah, he only played 10 games with 356 yards.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's 35 yards a game. That's awful.
28 catches.
Yeah, that's no good. I don't care.
He's not a
I don't
touchdown
care,
receiver.
bro. 28 catches, and you said 10 games? How many games?
10 games.
What does he do? He's not even out there. He's not a factor.
It's not a fact.
He's a first round pick at that position. At a tight end at first round, bro, you have to be the best tight end ever. You have to be like extremely good. You have to come out the gate. You can't have 28 catches and 350 yards in your second year.
47% catch percentage. So
What was the percentage?
47%.
50%.
He's a big man. He's supposed to be snagging on these little guys.
Bad year.
For my NFC West, man, back to my Super Bowl, I'm going with the Seahawks. I see them. I see them winning that division. 12 wins. They win the division.
So how many wins you got San Francisco at?
They're probably around 12.
They just beat up on the Rams.
That'd be about the same. Seahawks will have a better divisional record, so of course they'll win the division. At that point, we get to the NFC least. That division, I'm gonna go with the Eagles again. They're pretty good. They're pretty stacked. They're not losing a lot. They got a lot of young guys just re-signing quarterback. I see that defense take another big step, even though they were one of the best defenses last year. They got younger, they got better with J.D. Smith. It should be a great season for the Eagles.
Okay.
I like that.
Before we move off the NFC least, what do you think about the Cowboys this year, real quick?
I think for as long as they got Dak Prescott,
You know where you're gonna be.
that's not.
I see.
Wild card exit.
There's not much to be,
The ceiling is.
there's not much to be, as far as Dak Prescott.
Your head is all on the ceiling. There's nowhere else you can go for that.
I mean, when your quarterback leads the league in interceptions, how far do you expect to make it? You can't make it that far.
With a good line, good receivers.
And he missed games too. He missed a portion of games and still led.
Cooper Rush has been in a couple of those games.
You see Jerry trying to slide in with that Trey Lance grab.
Yeah.
Great move, Jerry. I gotta give it to him. Jerry said it was his decision. He didn't even talk to the coach. He's like, yeah, we need a quarterback. We need a backup. We need somebody because this guy's been tripping. I don't think it's just in case.
Your quarterback.
I don't think it's just in case. I think it's like, let's get this guy in there. You know, they don't want to pay Dak. Pay Dak for what?
Jerry regretted paying him since he signed.
Jerry ain't trying to pay him again.
So what's your NFC
What you got?
I got
winners
you, man.
this summer?
For the South, I got the Saints, but my sneaky team that I think they'll get at least 7-8 wins. The Panthers, man. I'm gonna be following Bryce Young, see what he do. I like the defense. I think J.C. Horn is gonna have a breakout season in the corner. Chuba Hubbard, I like what they got going, man. Then in the West,
So you got the Panthers winning the NFC?
no, I got the Saints, but just off the strength of Panthers, they're too young.
Okay.
They need another year or two.
Okay.
Bryce Young, throw him into the fire that early. He number one pick, but you don't have his struggles. And I got them beating his Falcons in game 1.
Okay.
We're gonna get to those picks later. In the West, I got the 49ers, but I do got the Seahawks making another wild card spot.
Okay.
I just think 49ers every year they're stacked. They're always gonna be a top 3 seed as long as they keep those guys together.
Okay.
The North is hard one, man. I had to go against the Chiefs. Went with the Lions. That offensive line, man. Jared Goff got sacked 23 times in 17 games.
So now I'm confused now. D. Simon, as a Packers fan, How can you go against them in the division? You gonna pick us?
I'm a realistic
You
fan.
believe in Jared Goff more than you believe in your guy.
You don't believe in Jordan?
You don't believe in your line? Y'all got boxing
I
yards?
just said that.
Y'all have boxing yards?
I believe in our guy's time.
Probably
But
better
he's still gonna be his first year starting, bro. He had like 2 games that he actually started last year.
Right now, would you rather have him or Garoppolo?
I'm gonna take Jordan Love for the upside. I think he got more time. I've seen enough Garoppolo. I think he's trash. He's injury prone, so I'm good on that. Don't want to see him on any team that I root for.
I'm gonna be honest. I think your boy Jordan Love trash. In Utah State, he didn't show me nothing.
Man, I think Jordan Love is trash, man.
This will be the first year I think we can truly evaluate if he's trash or not, man. He has played enough games.
20 touchdowns, 17 interceptions at Utah State in his last season.
Man, we in the league now, man.
Did you get your? Did you say your 4?
Nah, I picked North. I got the Lions, and then in the East, I got the Eagles, man. I just don't think anybody's as good.
Understand?
Okay. All right. Now we got those out the way. Let's talk about these rookie quarterbacks, boys. Let's talk about. We started off with the mini me, the little guy, Mr. 5'9", Mr. 168, Mr. Bryce Young in South Carolina. Well, North Carolina for the Panthers. What do we think about Bryce Young?
I like Bryce Young, man. He's been a star. He was born a star. He's on Friday Night Lights and on Netflix film. I don't know if you ever watched that. He's a great player. He came into Alabama, although he didn't win a championship, although he didn't live up to all the expectations of the winning that Alabama has done. He won against the Georgia Bulldogs, the best damn team that we ever seen in the last decade, other than the LSU Tigers, man. This is a great Georgia Bulldogs back-to-back champions. But this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about Bryce, the man, Young. See, you try to comment on the shortness, man, but that man has went out there and done nothing but excellence. And that's why he's starting right now.
Nothing but excellence, huh? Okay, now let's talk about what is excellence at Alabama. What is excellence at Alabama?
Not losing.
Being a national champion. Is not going out there and completing 70% of your passes and running and looking really nice when you run and being really quick and being, you know, it's not about that. You know, he had his time at Alabama where I'm pretty sure every other quarterback that played there won a championship.
This is not the same Alabama team that you told. This is NIL Alabama.
Hey, listen,
this is NIL.
I see you tightening up.
This is NIL.
I see you tighten up when I mentioned that championship situation. You know, I see you got real tight just now. Calm down. Now, as far as what I think about Bryce Young is real simple. I think he's too small. I think he's on a very bad team with a very bad offensive line. And I think he's about to get ugly. I think he is about to get destroyed out there. I don't think he's as fast and agile as another small guy like Kyler Murray. I don't think he's anywhere near that speed. I don't think he's going to be able to throw the football.
47 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. You don't think this man can throw the football?
I don't think he's going to be able to throw the football like Kyler Murray. I don't think it's very hard to throw the ball at Alabama.
You gonna put him in Baker territory?
Huh?
Is he like in Baker territory?
I wouldn't put him in Baker's territory because Baker is in a league of his own when it comes to sucking and disappointing. Baker is the most suck. Yeah, but I don't want to get started on Baker. Because I can go all damn day about Baker Mayfield, but I'm not doing that right now. Right now we're talking about little bitty Bryce Young and how he's about to stink it up.
5'9" I see 6 foot over here.
Well, he's not. He's a little boy.
I don't know why. They want him to be short.
He's short.
They want him to be short. He's not 5'9".
3 inches is a big difference.
He's not 5'9".
What do you think about little Bryce?
Man, I think he's gonna have a solid year. I actually am looking forward to it. I think the defense for the Panthers is gonna help him out field position, so he won't, have to work as hard. There are issues with the offensive line. I do agree. They have like one good lineman on the edge, so he gonna get some hits. But I think his legs and being able to scramble is going to help him out, man. So
they have a great run game, just to piggyback on what you're saying, D-Summer. They have a great run game with Chuck Hubbard back there. They have that duo. They should be they can run that ball, get that pressure off of him, play action. It's going to do nothing but have him have assists. Start him off dicking and dunking.
Yep, start him off.
He'll be all right.
Right on the edge.
Okay.
I think what you think, man?
I said it already. I think he's about to go out there and stick it up. He's not going to finish the season. He's going to get hurt. He's too small. He's not fast enough to be that small. I don't think his arm is big enough. I'm sorry.
Well, but
that's it. I don't see anything good happening. I don't see anything good. I don't see the silver lining. I see that guy getting pummeled. I hope he's makes it out of the league. I hope he can walk at the end of the season.
I think he will, man. I
We'll see.
don't think it's gonna be like a Justin Fields where he gets sacked like 91 times his first 2 years. I don't think it's gonna be that bad.
I think it's gonna be worse.
It's gonna be worse.
He's not as athletic or as fast as Justin Fields. He's not as big as Justin Fields. Justin Fields probably took more hits than those sacks. He just escaped them. This guy's running around out there, dude. Basically, he's just a little kid out there, man.
I don't know if you watch this man in Alabama, because clearly you have not seen the excellence with his Bryce Young. It's the reason he was the #1 overall quarterback at 6'0" height.
I didn't see too much of him in Alabama, but I have seen a whole lot of little bitty men getting hit by very big men, and it always ends the same.
I mean, he's the same size as Russell Wilson. That's a Super Bowl.
He's not the same size.
That's a Super Bowl quarterback.
Russell Wilson is 230 pounds.
That's over years. He just started in the league 230
He
pounds.
started off with more than 200 pounds.
Seriously, doubt that.
What about
Come on, rookie Russell Wilson. Come on.
I mean, rookie Russell Wilson. So you think he's gonna be as good as Russell Wilson?
That Seahawks team was on a whole different caliber.
So right now you're saying he's gonna be as good as Russell Wilson or Drew Brees or Kyler Murray or any of those short guys? You think he's gonna be more like Russell Wilson or more like Doug Flutie?
I give them 3 years. The Panthers will be in the playoffs.
Do you think he's gonna be more like Russell Wilson or more like Doug Flutie?
I don't know the hell Doug Flutie is.
I don't know what it is.
Exactly.
Or more like Tua or some shit.
He's talking about Doug. Who the hell is Doug Flutie?
I don't think he's gonna be as good as Tua. I don't think he's gonna. Tua, when he's not holding his head in his hands, is a really good quarterback.
Tua is very accurate,
Yeah, he's an accurate. He's not the biggest arm. I think honestly, that's a good comparison. I think he can be compared to Tua.
He might be a little bit more.
But instead of his head might also start hurting. His whole body might hurt because he's a little fella.
Bryce Young will win Rookie of the Year this season.
Oh.
Not only will he win Rookie of the Year this season, he will make the Pro Bowl next season.
Pro Bowl?
And after that season, after the next season, after next season, it's going to be year 3. They will be in the division round of the playoffs. And that's just cold, hard facts.
That's what you got for me, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see.
Let's move on to C.J. Stroud, man. What do you think about C.J. right now?
C.J. Stroud, I believe, out of all the quarterbacks, I think he is the most talented. I think he's the best. I think he's the best prospect out of all of them. He went to Ohio State. He put up some good numbers. He's not a baby when it comes to size. He showed talent as far as, reading defenses as well as, accuracy at Ohio State. I believe C.J. Stroud, if a quarterback is to win the the Rookie of the Year, which I don't think will be the case, but if it was a quarterback, I'll put my eggs in his basket. That's what I think about C.J. Stroud.
I like C.J. Stroud as a player. He was very consistent at Ohio State. I will give him that. But that Houston, Texas team and the beating that he was about to get, he need to call his mama. He needs to call her right now and pray that she has a prayer good enough to save him from his asshole that he's going to endure for the next 17 games this season.
You think he's going to get through all 17 games?
If he makes it through 17 games, I will shave my head.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's not happening. That's for sure not happening. Listen, I like the guy, and I think he has the possibility to win that award, but he's in a similar position as Bryce Young. I just think he's significantly better than Bryce Young, so I give him the nod. Also because, I definitely don't think there's a chance in hell that Bryce Young wins, if a quarterback wins. Anthony Richardson, we haven't got on that guy, but yeah, you might as well give it to a goddamn offensive tackle. Anthony Richardson doesn't have a chance in hell, a snowball's chance in hell to win any awards ever, more than likely. So I would say C.J. Stroud, but yeah, he's also going to he's going to finish this season as a battered woman.
Anthony Richardson?
No,
well, him too, but more C.J. Stroud. More C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, man, I look at the schedule, man. They got the Ravens first game. You probably gonna take a beating. Play the Steelers.
Yeah.
The Saints, they always got a good D-line.
Oh, yeah.
Cam Jordan.
And Jaguars ain't bad. Broncos got a good line. Browns, Titans, good pass rush. Yeah, you're right. He might.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
He's not getting through though. He's not getting all the way through.
I'd say about 13 games, buddy.
I mean, he's starting out with the Ravens. They got a lot of murder weapons on defense. We just brought in Jadeveon Clowney. He's a little hype beast, but I think if he get his hands,
we talking 2 sack Jadeveon Clowney?
His teammates didn't even want him there no more.
Are you done?
Clowney?
We talking 2
I
seconds.
mean, the guy. I mean, listen. What happens is the culture, the Ravens culture, is going to play a big factor into his success.
2 sacks though.
The Ravens culture will play a big factor in his
I just
success.
go out there and get blocked off.
2 sacks in 12 games, pretty pathetic.
The culture, brother.
I can go get blocked.
The Browns weren't really trying to do too much winning last year because of the whole situation with Watson. They didn't want to, we might go get a draft pick. They hold off our dogs, but now they released the dog and now we got one.
So why does Myles Garrett have 22 sacks and he has 2 sacks?
That's what I was gonna say, but that's when you supposed to dominate.
Let me answer that question for you. And it's a good answer. It's a good question. Now we're paying Jadeveon Clowney some peanuts, okay? We don't care what he's doing out there. We're gonna lose anyway. We don't care. Now we're paying this guy Myles Garrett $20 million. So I don't care if we're winning. I don't care if we're losing. I don't care if we're losing. You need to be out there doing your very best. That's how I see. Even though it doesn't make sense, because why would you risk somebody that valuable? But we gotta think about it. We are talking about the clown show that has been the Browns for the last 20 years, and that's just a fact.
When you add it to your argument, I know it doesn't make sense. That shit don't make sense. That does not make sense. There's no way that Jadeveon Clowney wasn't going out there and giving 125% out there. He won't get paid.
He's trying. I don't think, they can't tell him to go out there and not play his best. They put him in a bad situation maybe. He's taking, maybe he's switching sides. He's getting the best blocker, making it easier for Myles Garrett, who's a hell of a player.
I mean, Myles getting double.
Of course.
So he's helping Jadeveon. He didn't take
but I think Jadeveon is gonna be better for us. I can't sit up here and make up an excuse for 2 sacks.
Yeah. Year before you had 9, but last year it was 2. So
2 sacks, P.
28 tackles. Yeah.
Anthony Richardson.
Move on.
Anthony Richardson, what you got for me, Pete?
Anthony Richardson, the Indianapolis Colts, like I said, they will sneak into the playoffs. They'll take the league by storm. We're going to see the next, I say, Lamar Jackson. His speed is phenomenal. They've seen the Lamar Jackson blueprint. That's why he's in the league right now. That's why he got drafted so high with barely proving anything at Florida. This is the reason, man. Lamar is young. If anything, it's the Ravens' fault. That's why he's here, man. He's going to take the league by storm. He's going to ball out. He's not going to reign rookie. You're not going to give him that. He's going to go through his lumps. He's going to go through those lumps. That's just something that's going to happen as a quarterback. With that run game, definitely compliment his ability to run.
You got to be a wild card this year. So.
Yes, sir.
I really resent that sentiment you just put as a
Lamar.
You just people don't understand how good Lamar is. Okay, first of all,
He's a great player.
when you sit up and you say that his ability to run the ball is going to play a role in success, and you compare it to Lamar Jackson, are you saying that he is going to be an all-time running quarterback? Because Lamar Jackson is an all-time running quarterback. Now, when you say he's like Lamar Jackson, he's clearly not like Lamar Jackson from running the ball just because he can run. Now, let's talk about passing. This guy can't pass the football. This 54% in college. He was 102nd in the NCAA last year. He was number 1. Oh, he was not number 2. Lamar Jackson won the Heisman. Okay, when he was in college, Lamar Jackson won a Heisman Trophy. He was the best player in college that year. Almost won 2. That's who Lamar Jackson is, okay? So when you say, he's like Lamar Jackson, I'm trying to find out where is this guy like Lamar Jackson when Lamar Jackson in college was the best player, and this guy, by all accounts, he's the 102nd when it comes to passer completion? Wait, what is this? Wait. He's number 78 in passing attempts. His complete. He's number 64th in passing yards, number 65th in passing touchdowns, 53rd in touchdowns, 30. What does this compare to Lamar Jackson? What does any of this compare to LJ?
Obviously, the stats don't match Lamar.
No,
but I think Toon's point was scouts see the eye test. They see on the field that he got the potential.
Let me tell you, the only thing the scouts, the little Toons, or anybody else can compare, can even say what he just said, is strictly off of a combine. It's strictly off of little camps. Because there's nothing this man has done on a football field in his life to compare to Lamar Jackson.
Listen, we're comparing apples and oranges right now.
Wow.
He's comparing Louisville Cardinals schedule in the clumsy ACC versus Florida Gators, who have never been good in the SEC in this last decade. What are we talking about, brother? That level of competition is completely different. That is apples to oranges. How can you expect him to throw and win the Heisman like Lamar did on the Florida Gators when you're going against Georgia, going against Alabama, you're going against the best LSU team? You're going against these great, phenomenal SEC teams. It's not going to happen.
So we're making excuses for this guy.
What I'm saying,
Because there are many quarterbacks in that same conference with 60 touchdowns, like 60 touchdowns.
name one.
Joe Burrow had 60 touchdowns.
He's on the best team in college football.
But he had 60 touchdowns.
He's the best
I'm not saying this guy should have had 60, but can you give me more than 17?
He was the
Can you give me more than 17?
It's the best team in
Can
college
you
football.
give me more than 54%? Come on,
The
man.
league, what Dre don't understand is the league is changing. Just a couple years ago, we was looking at Lamar Jackson like he's the last thing since Vic. And then Justin Fields hit the table. Now Justin Fields is the best thing since some money.
No, that's not true.
That's
That's not true at all. What do you mean?
No, the league.
Nobody, what do you mean?
Justin Fields has broke Lamar Jackson.
Justin Fields. It's, bro, what do you do basketball? What do you do win-wise? Listen, stop comparing these guys to LJ, man. Stop comparing all these guys.
You heard the Justin Fields
Listen,
before, huh?
and listen, just because a guy,
He ran for a lot of yards.
just because we got an African American guy that plays quarterback that can run a little bit, you know, that don't mean we instantly think he's Lamar Jackson. Okay, I get it. I know it's easy to have, you know, to be simple-minded and small, but what I'm saying is, it's more to it than just running the football. And then you say, oh, he's running the ball. The guy has 650 yards. Who? Your little guy, Anthony Richardson, who you compare to LJ. I'm just trying to figure out what did you see on the football field, because it just really ticked me off when you just said that, you know. It really got me going. I'm a little tight over here.
I've seen glimpses of greatness. Those 600 yards was the most hard-fought 600 yards that a quarterback can get in college football. In the AC, if he was in the ACC, if he played for the Louisville Cardinals, if he played for the Clemson Tigers, if he played for Pitt, he would have had 1,000 rushing yards, maybe more. Easily. That's easy. ACC is terrorist neighbor. What are we talking about?
Would've. These are words that underachievers say. These are underachieving, you know, words, okay? We don't use these words. These words are, if I was Superman, I could fly, but you're not Superman, you can't fly, go get on the bus, you know? I should've been rich, but I'm not, so I'm a janitor. You know, we don't do this, you know? This guy has 600 yards in 12 games as a starter. This guy had 54% completion rating in 12 games.
I'm glad you can read stats.
This guy averaged 200 yards a game.
I'm happy.
Okay? This guy, based off of these numbers, is nothing.
I'm happy.
He's a bum.
I'm happy.
He is Jamarcus Russell 2.0.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
You ain't shit, man.
Anthony Richardson is Jamarcus Russell 2.0.
I think you got him hot, man.
You got me tight.
But we gonna move on, man. Who do y'all guys y'all MVP this year?
Stone Cold Patrick Mahomes. He gonna win it every year. He gonna win. Come on, man. Chris Jones out, so he gotta play the defense too now? Now he gotta pick up what the defense gonna lose? There's no way he gonna win.
I truly believe Lamar Jackson is about to take it to another level. I think Lamar Jackson can go out there with 4,000 passing yards, 4,500 passing yards,
Has he ever
35
thrown for
35 passing touchdowns, and at the very least, 850 rushing yards, with probably like 10 touchdowns. This man's about to win a unanimous MVP.
Has he ever thrown
And the Super Bowl. I said he's gonna take it up a notch.
Has he thrown 4,000 yards yet?
No, he's gonna take it up a notch.
He gonna do it.
We got OBJ out there helping. We got Zay out there helping. You know, I believe Devin Duvernay is gonna have a big year. Rashad Bateman, it's time for a comeback season. You know, we expect a lot out of the guy. It's time for him to go ahead. Lamar Jackson, MVP 2023-24 season.
Who you got, Tom?
Man, I want to go with Lamar because I like the story, man. A lot of people hating on him, man. And I do want him to come back, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Joey B, man.
Joey B.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Joey B.
Where did that even come from? What the hell are you even talking about?
I'm just kidding, man. I got
All right, come on, bro.
Yeah, I got Lamar
So
Jackson.
now you dig around Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
Well,
look, man.
he can't even decide.
This boat is only big enough for one fan, man. You need to go ahead and you said Joey B. You're a Joey B.
Nah,
No, you're no type of love for Jordan Love with this guy.
Jordan Love ain't gonna be no MVP anytime soon.
Anytime soon or ever. What's more likely? No MVP or MVP?
MVP or
I give him a Pro Bowl. I give him a Pro Bowl.
No.
He get a Pro Bowl
No,
year.
sir. Maybe in the NFC. Maybe if he can.
That's what I'm saying. If the NFC is like the way it is for the next couple years, he'll get a Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl in what? What position?
What position? Quarterback. Jordan Love.
NFC?
Yes.
Quarterback or what?
That all.
Quarterback in the Packers.
It's like for damn sure everybody been on the Pro Bowl in the NFC.
I mean, Dak, he's not in there, so you got Jalen Hurts.
Dak is gonna make
I'm
the
taking-
Pro Bowl.
I mean, Dak gonna make it way before him. Dak is definitely
Dak gonna make it
Dak
In
is
like
for
2 years?
Dak is
I
gonna
give
get
2
4,000
years.
passing yards.
Yeah. Dak gonna get the Pro Bowl every time.
Dak might not even be on the Cowboys in 2
It
years.
don't matter what he plays, gonna get the Pro Bowl.
Dak gonna get 4,000 yards, bro.
He be in the AFC.
Over Jordan Love, yes.
Jordan Love might not ever get 4,000
We're
yards.
talking about NFC right now.
I'm saying he'll make it over Dak. Jalen Hurts still gonna be there, so that's a no. Was it 3 spots?
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, Jordan Love. Yeah, I'm sticking with my boys, man. I gotta stick with my boys.
You don't got to. You don't believe in him. If you don't believe in him, you think that bum, you ain't got to.
He not a bum, bro. Y'all think he a bum. Y'all ain't seen him.
I didn't say that. I said if you don't
You
believe
said
in
he
him.
was a bum. You said I think he sucks. Like
I said I think. I didn't say he was.
He not even been in Jerry Goff.
Yeah, bro, he is the bottom, he is like
I'm saying
he's
he's
the
the
worst
worst in a couple
quarterback
years.
in the worst division. Like he's not good.
He's pretty bad.
He's definitely not better than Kirk.
the dude that started for the Commanders way worse. Sam Howell, some shit.
So he's.
I'm taking
Sam Howell.
Taylor
Oh, my
Heineke.
God.
I'm taking Taylor Heineke over
I
Jordan.
mean, Taylor Heineke got more tape.
No, I'm just saying, but that's what he was talking about. I'm taking Taylor Heineke over him, even though he's not on the team anymore. But he's definitely better than Jordan. He's shown me Taylor Heineke honestly got a bad rap. I feel like he didn't get enough. He showed enough to get an opportunity where he was at.
I expect Jordan Love to have a good season. I'm not going to completely just shit on Jordan.
Shit on him, man. Let's play a full season, bro.
I'm gonna shit on him.
Pro Bowl?
I'm gonna shit on the guy.
Pro Bowl in a couple years, man. See what happens, man. This weekend against the Bears, man. I got the Packers winning.
Packers?
I got the Packers winning.
All right. D-Son, give me your best player. Who you think? No position, no matter. Who you think is gonna have the best season, and who you think is overrated is gonna have the worst season? Not like the worst player, but who you think is an overrated player is gonna have the worst season? Who you think will have the best season of the year?
Overrated. Josh Allen. We're gonna start off with that. I think he's
Overrated or overhyped, I should say.
Overhyped
Or
overrated. You know, the same thing's gonna keep happening every year. They're gonna keep using him, so he probably gonna get hurt unless they find a run game, man. You can't keep taking these. I know he's a big guy, but he can't keep taking these.
So we only judging people on playoff experience now? Is that what we're doing?
We're talking about.
I'm
We're not talking about playoffs.
I'm judging for the eye test. When I watch Josh Allen
We're talking about regular season.
and he throws like these wild passes sometimes in the bad coverage and throwing bad picks, I'm like, I can't have a
So
quarterback.
the eye test cannot tell you that Josh
It's
Allen is
telling
a
me.
bad quarterback.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm saying he's overrated. I'm not saying he's better than Lamar, Pat, Burrow,
Deshaun.
or Deshaun.
He's on that level. He's on that tier. What are you talking about? That's blasphemy.
He has a lot, bro.
He has a lot of what?
He got
Skill?
He got digs, bro.
A lot of
What was he doing
turnovers.
before
Yeah, a lot of
Diggs,
He
bro?
got a lot of turnovers.
What was he doing before Diggs got there? He wasn't doing much.
The same thing.
Diggs doesn't want to be there anymore. He was not doing the
When
same.
did he get this? 2020?
Like 2 years ago. Man, these Simon can just answer his question, man. Yeah, what you get all tight about Josh Allen for, man? You got a hard on
Hey,
for
he's
Josh?
betting, man. I guess
You got a hard on for Josh?
he got them at 13 wins. I don't know, man. We gon'
I'm saying, you
Well-
like this guy.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna say the best player in the league. Only reason I didn't pick this guy because they're not gonna give the best player in the league the MVP every year. So of course it's gotta be Patty, man. It's gotta be
It has to be Pat.
He's the best player.
Yeah.
He's the best player.
So why did you say you think he's gonna win MVP?
Because they're not gonna give it to the. They're not.
Oh, that's the reason. Like,
I
I see.
They don't give it to him every year.
Best player, I'm gonna go with D. Simon. That was a great choice. That was a good
It's
decision.
hard.
It's always gonna be Patrick Mahomes. As far as most overrated, most overhyped, it's always gonna go down to the Big Apple, man. Sauce Gardner is the most overhyped cornerback
Either way,
since Darrell Reeves. I don't know what's going on with the New York media, what the hell going on, but there's no way in hell he should have won Rookie of the Year over Tariq Woolen, who led the league in interceptions as a rookie. Stop it.
Okay. As the best player, obviously, and I'm not just saying this just because I like the flock,
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, I believe, is going to have a historical season. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
As far as the most overhyped, overrated guy, clearly I think it's Jordan Love. I mean, I think right now, I think Brian Gutekunst, who is I believe the GM for the Packers, I think it might be hard to get him to not have a revolver in his mouth for getting rid of Aaron Rodgers after what we're gonna see.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers is
I think this guy is gonna. First of all, they're gonna fire this guy. You got rid of Aaron. He should have basically told Aaron Rodgers the only way you're not playing for us is if you're not playing for anybody. There's no way I'm not gonna go from Ruth Chris Steakhouse, to McDonald's.
Wait.
I'm not gonna throw away, my Gucci slippers for some Crocs.
Alright.
I'm not gonna do that.
We get it.
Well,
I'm gonna say this.
Jordan Love is plug.
In a sports time where the players have so much power and they can force their ways out. I mean, they kind of had to get rid of him, bro.
Listen.
And then all the shit he was talking, the bad energy, the teammates like going back and forth with him.
So
you gotta get that out the locker room.
So you think Aaron Rodgers would have said, instead of making this $50 million this year, I'm just not gonna play at all, and I'm not gonna make any money?
Yeah.
Is that what you? I'm just asking. I'm not even asking you. I'm asking D-Sama. D-Sama, you think this guy who's been playing football every year since he's probably about 6 years old, he has this year, which is going to make the most money he's ever made playing football. He has a drug addiction with these psychedelics.
But he's still doing it he's still making that money with the Jets, right?
I'm saying, had they not released him, they didn't have to trade him. They could have just told him no. He demanded a trade, they could have said no. He said, and he made him trade him to the Jets. He just stepped on him. But no, I think, Jordan Love is, and I'm not just trying to, go like the Packers. But I think the Packers made a huge mistake. Or they should have just got another quarterback. It's not too late. Hell, go get Cam Newton. Get this guy Jordan Love is nothing.
This guy is. You think he's that bad?
I think it's been 5 years.
We saw Cam throw a football.
I've seen 5 years. Bro, every year he get an opportunity, he has not made any plays. I don't care about Cam. I don't care about what he
You
does.
had a 4-time MVP starting.
I'm just saying, when Aaron went down.
Aaron was doing the same thing with Brett Favre.
Went down. When Brett Favre went down, Aaron Rodgers showed that he's better than Brett Favre. He literally showed it. I've seen nothing from Jordan Love. Every time Aaron Rodgers goes down or he's not playing, it's like, damn, we need to get Aaron back here.
That was rare.
Because this guy stinks.
Jordan Love, why
do we waste that pick and piss
Hey,
Aaron off?
Jordan Love, man, shut your haters up, man. Show him this year.
Why do we waste that pick and piss off Aaron Rodgers with this guy?
I mean, at that point, it was a heavy investment they put in Jordan Love. As far as Aaron Rodgers leaving, it was about time for his ass to go. I mean, he demanded a trade. They probably should have traded him anyway. I mean, he hadn't won the Super Bowl in God knows how many goddamn years. Let's be real about it. Jordan Love's time. They spent the first round pick on him. He's going into his last season. We got to see what the hell he can do. This is a make or break year for Jordan Love. Hopefully, he doesn't go down the Trey Lance path where the damn Mr. Irrelevant takes your spot.
Yeah. Let's talk about Trey Lance for a second. What do you think? What's your whole take on Trey Lance, as well as the whole take on the Cowboys? Jerry Jones basically pissing off his entire staff going to get Trey Lance without letting anyone know.
First things first.
There you go ahead, Jones.
I think they love to take things away from brothers.
Okay.
No way ahead Brock Purdy better than Trey Lance. I want him to get that straight out of the back. He's not better. He has a noodle arm. As far as Cowboys goes, couldn't have been a worse place for Trey Lance to go. Already has a sustained quarterback. I would rather see him on the Redskins or Commanders or the Saints. That'd be somewhere I would have seen him go.
Okay. I always liked Trey Lance. The whole thing with the 49ers situation, I just think, he got hurt and 49ers like, man, we got to win. We got to get somebody that we're familiar with. So they kept Purdy. Kind of fucked up, but that's how the league go. As far as with Dallas, and that's a Jerry Jones move, just to piss off people, do whatever he wants. So
yeah, I don't think it was Jerry Jones trying to piss people off. I think it was Jerry Jones saying he probably thinks the same way that Pete feels that this guy's better than Brock Purdy. And if you got a quarterback that's better than Brock Purdy, who I believe lost just 2 games last year out of like 11, then that's a quarterback you can work with. Especially if you got Dak Prescott, asking for more money, going out there just giving the ball away every goddamn drive, just giving it away to the defense, and fumbling and shit as well. He's not just throwing it away; he's fumbling the ball. So that's why I think he went and got Trey Lance. But as far as Trey Lance being better than Big Brock Purdy, what are you basing that off of? I mean, 'cause Brock Purdy went out there and balled off. Well, he didn't ball off. I'm not gonna act like he went out there and threw for 300 yards and this and that. Brock Purdy went out there and had a very, I would say, Tom Brady year where he didn't really do too much. When I say Tom Brady, I mean early Tom Brady. He had a game where he might have threw for 140 yards, but goddamn it, he won the game. That's Brock Purdy. Trey Lance, when he played again, I remember watching Trey Lance play in Chicago last year. It was a disaster. Him and Justin Fields just mucked it all up. It was a terrible game. Neither one of those boys got a horn. From what I could see, I might be wrong. Justin Fields is a great running back, but Trey Lance is garbage. Trey Lance is nothing, bro. I think Trey Lance is nothing.
In the small sample size that we got of Trey Lance, and tell me if I'm wrong, in the small sample size that we got from Trey Lance in his NFL career, he's thrown for 5 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Very small sample size. They got to run the ball half the damn time.
But that's terrible.
Brock Purdy won those games. But, he played in those games.
But 5 touchdowns and 3 interceptions is terrible.
That defense won those games. That's the best defense in the goddamn league.
That's the same defense. It's the same defense, brother.
Touchdown.
Come on, man. They got Christian McCaffrey on touchdowns.
Man,
Brock Purdy quarterback or was Christian McCaffrey?
Are we talking about Christian McCaffrey or are we talking about Brock Purdy right now?
I'm talking about winning.
I'm just saying,
Brock Purdy,
I'm
he
just
may be
saying.
okay with winning.
All right, so we taking 5 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, which is awful, which is terrible, which stinks. Or are we gonna take 13 touchdowns and 4 interceptions with a better passer rating? Like, what are we gonna do? I mean, I don't see what are these numbers. Like, what are you saying? Like, how is he better? What does he do better? He does not pass the ball more accurately. He does not do this. He does not pass the ball more effectively. He does not run better. He has a broken leg right now. First of all, this guy's fragile as hell. He's brittle. He's a little paper mache guy. He's not much.
Brock Purdy didn't finish the game. He couldn't even throw the ball.
Brock Purdy made it all the way to the season, to the end of the season. This guy's never done
When
that.
he needed the most, he was like the Avatar. He disappeared.
He broke his arm.
Just like, hey, man, he disappeared.
Okay, well, how come Brock Purdy's in San Francisco starting, and this guy, Trey Lance, is stinking up a bench in Dallas?
Because they picked the hot guy. That might not happen next year. He
So
might be figured out.
was Trey Lance ever the hot guy, or did they just pick
He
the
had
other
more
guy?
time.
He had more time. He's other than Brock Purdy.
So he got hurt.
Okay, availability is an ability. You steady getting injured is not good. If your injury rating is low, if you have a 5 or 10 injury rating out of 100, and you got 100 speed, well, that doesn't matter because your ass is not going to be on the field to show that speed.
So why the hell do you think Lamar Jackson is going to win the MVP?
Because Lamar Jackson has, first of all, he's done it before. I'm not going out there and expecting Lamar Jackson to do something he's never done before. I'm expecting him. But I'm talking about as far as winning the MVP.
Okay.
I'm talking about an MVP season.
All right.
Like you expect this guy, D-Sama, expect this guy Jordan Love to go out there and have a good season. But this guy has shown you nothing at all. He's shown you nothing. He stinks. This guy stinks.
He doesn't stink, man.
This guy stinks.
You can't put that.
That guy
on him
stinks.
yet. You can't put him on him yet. Let him have a full season, man.
The only time Jordan Love doesn't stink is after a game because he hasn't got any game to sweat. That's the only time that he doesn't stink. That's the only time ever.
Man, you gonna eat your words about my boy Jordan Love, man.
Hey man, I'm just saying how it is,
You're
man.
gonna see. But let's move on, man.
We can move on. I'm just saying, like,
What's y'all game of the week?
Oh, I got that Dallas Giants game. I think the Giants are like underdogs, so I'm definitely gonna take the Giants for sure. Don't believe in Dak, not even a little bit.
My game of the week, man, we're going to go to Thursday night special NFL opener. Kansas City Chiefs versus Detroit Lions. Detroit will have a sneaky season this year, man. I will give them that. That's a game I could not bet on just because Detroit's come off of a very well. Well, they won 7 games in a row the end of the season.
So you couldn't bet on your team?
Couldn't bet on it.
You couldn't take the spread, or you couldn't bet on money line either?
No money line, no spread, no game.
I think that's gonna be a high score.
Detroit Lions are gonna be good. So we start off slow. We start the season off slow. It happens. We end that season well.
Okay, what's your top game?
My game, I'm gonna take the Dolphins on the road to beat the Chargers, man. They have 3-point underdog. I think Tyreek and Jalen, they're gonna be too fast for them. I got Tyreek, one of my top players to watch for this game. I remember the last year game, he had like that 50-yard tutty, had that fumble recovery, they couldn't catch him.
Yeah.
I just, I know the Chargers, they got Derwin James, so Tua he might be a little scared. Derwin James, Joey Bosa coming back, Khalil Mack, that's gonna be a little scary, but I think Dolphins win by 3 points.
Is Bosa gonna play for the Chargers?
He's supposed to play.
Listen, we need to worry about Tua's health.
Yeah, we do.
Now, we got 17 games. All right. It started off strong with the Chargers. Now that's a defense right there, man. That's a couple murders on that team. We gotta worry about Tua's health. And this
We got murder.
this goes back into the whole bad parenting situation. If your kid is out there and your kid might die, somebody got to tell these guys, hey, and I love the guy. Bronny James, man, you gotta consider. Tua. I see you out there bent up, hand all fucked up, man. You gotta consider. You gotta think seriously.
Tua, grown man. The Bronny situation, I feel like a little different, but Tua making that decision to keep.
Tua has a family that loves him and should,
of course,
and should insist on.
But they can't make that decision for him. Bronny's dad can make that decision.
Bronny's over 18.
But I feel like he can still make that.
Why do you think LeBron has more power over his son than Tua's dad? They're both grown men.
I
That man is from Hawaii. They Ohana means family.
So you don't think Brian can't make?
That's what I'm saying. I think he definitely can. I think Tua's dad definitely can. I think they won't for what I would consider, and I don't know these guys, but definitely selfish reasons as far as LeBron. He's fixated on playing with this kid.
Yes.
He knows
put that pressure.
And that pressure can be good sometimes, but when it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. That being said, all that just to say, I don't think Tua should be out there, and I damn sure won't bet on him.
I'll probably name Tua and LeBron James the 2 worst fathers of 2023. That's just been
so far. LeBron being number 1, and I hate to say that. Now, what else we got?
Well, let's see. Man.
He's talking about what?
I can't go for that, man. I think LeBron James is a great father.
He said, wow.
Those children look happy, create a lot of generational wealth for them. I can't let them do that, man. LeBron is my favorite player, but I think he's a great role model as a father, man.
I don't think so at all.
So who do y'all think is gonna have a breakout week?
Breakout week?
Yeah.
Week 1?
Yeah, who's gonna have a really good week 1?
And I'm not just saying this because he's my guy, but I think OBJ,
Oh man.
2 knee surgeries later, is gonna go out there and do what he did before and shock the world. I'm talking double-digit catches, boys. I'm talking touchdowns. I'm talking over 100 yards. I think OBJ is the player to watch going against that sorry Texans defense. If he can't do it here, then he can't do it anywhere. I can't wait to see it. I'm going OBJ.
My breakout player, I'm going to all the way up north. The Minnesota Vikings. Jordan Addison, their first round pick. I say he ends that first game with 3 touchdowns and 150 yards. He's my sleeper there.
He's their wide receiver?
Wide receiver.
Okay. All right.
Who they playing?
They played the Buccaneers.
Okay. Oh no, I don't know.
Bucks got a pretty good defense.
I don't know. They got who's that corner? I forgot the corner. They got
Carlton Davis.
Yeah, they got some guys.
Devin White.
That's my take.
They got some guys.
But I'm gonna have to go with Deshaun Watson, man, against the Bengals.
Okay.
I think he get about 3 touchdowns, 300 yards, man. I think he had a good comeback here. People have been dogging him too long.
He
He got to show the haters.
All right, what about how do y'all feel about, so apparently Jonathan, you know, the whole running back situation is all mucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Taylor, clearly he wants out of the Colts, and the Colts had, like, apparently the Dolphins were interested, and the Colts really thought Jonathan Taylor, who they would not pay, I think, like $11 million to. Like, that's the issue. They don't want to pay the guy. They were offended that they like asked the Dolphins for
Jalen Waddle.
for Jalen Waddle.
Yeah,
In the first round, too.
In the first round.
I like
Jalen Waddle, who's probably going to make upward of $20 million.
Out your goddamn mind, Indiana.
You're out of your goddamn mind. You know, it's a reason you won't pay this guy, the running back, Jonathan Taylor, and it's a reason you will pay the wide receiver. So why do you expect that to be a fair trade and then to throw a first round pick in there? Are they even trying to trade this guy? Like, are they even serious?
What running back is traded for a first round pick? That's just wild.
I think C-Mac might have, but I don't think
That
so.
might have been.
Maybe. I don't think so. I know he might have.
That's crazy, man. Because somebody from the front office, I guess when he was asked about Jonathan Taylor from the Colts, he said like, yeah, we got 4 wins last year. Trying to say like, I mean, what's he really worth? We only got like 4 wins.
Oh yeah, he's saying he's got him winning football games. That's it. But he might have got mad because the Dolphins might think things are like easier for them. Somehow they snaked Jalen Ramsey from the Rams. I don't know how this happened. I think it was a 4th round pick. I mean, I get like, okay, the Rams don't want to pay the guy, and you can pay the guy, but you're telling me nobody in the NFL would do better than a 4th round pick for a number 1 corner? A bona fide.
You saw the tape on him last year, man.
I'm just saying he's what we call a bona fide baller. He might have had a bad year, but Jalen Ramsey is a bona fide baller. I see Pete Toombs over here thinking about that Super Bowl and how things went, you know, when Jamar Chase got on his ass.
What's a bad year? 5, 6 picks? That's a bad year for a cornerback?
I mean, from what I was saying, I'm seeing him getting lost.
He's a bona fide baller.
I'm not just gonna go off of some picks. Maybe Trayvon Diggs had a year we had a bunch of picks.
He's getting paid $100 million right now.
Who, Trayvon Diggs?
Trayvon Diggs.
I'm just saying, like, but you can still get. That don't mean you still can't get burnt and get beaten on defense.
Jalen Ramsey's the top 5 corner in this league.
Yeah,
You can't name 5.
That's not debatable.
I can't name.
That's not debatable.
You can't name 5 better
That's
cornerbacks in this
not-
league right now.
I mean, I would go as far as to say you can't name 5 better defensive backs.
You say Tariq Woolen
Better than Jalen Ramsey? No.
right now.
Right now, I'll give you. That's you reaching, but I give you that.
I think you have a better.
That's a big reach, but I give it to you.
Well, I got Sauce on here, y'all.
Sauce?
Sauce.
After 1 year?
2 interception sauce.
Man, I saw what he did to my team. He
What did you do?
Your team ain't shit. I'm not trying to be funny. Your team suck.
He don't suck.
Yeah, who was the receiver? Who was the receiver he was guarding? Against your team. You don't have any.
Chris Washington.
Yeah, that's not nobody. Yeah, that's not nobody.
I mean, but he's
Had Devontae.
I gotta give you Jalen Ramsey, man. I think he's good Ramsey, but I don't know about Jair though. I'm saying Jair. I'll take Jair.
Over Jalen Ramsey?
I'll take Jair.
Sure. Okay.
Nobody else will.
I give you that one.
I don't know about nobody else.
I give you that. That's 2. That's 2 corners.
Man, I think this year, Surtain's gonna be better.
That's her 10.
From
I give you that.
Better than
I think
Ramsey.
better.
I give you that. He up there. He up there.
And then, like I said, my boy from the Panthers might break out here, JC.
JC more better than Jalen Ramsey?
For this year, coming up
That's
this
4.
year, I think.
That's 4 corners.
Well, I ain't gonna have Sauce. He fit there. We put him at 5.
I honestly thinking about that whole team, like
Jalen Ramsey. Think about it.
Jalen Ramsey is about to be in a good position to make some plays.
Yeah.
Like that's a good defense.
He's on the Rams.
That's a good
He
defense.
had 0 offense.
Yeah,
He's gonna get cooked. He's tired as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all won my team here. I know they defense is pretty good. Jalen Phillips.
If you leave anybody on the pot, on the stove the whole time, you bound to get burnt. That's all the Rams doing. Them damn offense so bad that defense on the field the whole time. There's no way you want to
We
get
had
burnt.
like 4 quarterbacks last year. Yeah.
All right, boys, we're gonna go down this list of games. Just tell us who we betting on. We taking the spread or we taking the money line. All right, we're gonna take our bets right now. I'm gonna go and place my bets. I'm gonna show them afterwards. We're gonna see how we did on the next episode. Let's see what we got. Week 1 starting off.
First game, we got the Lions and the Chiefs. Chiefs, 6.5 point favorite.
They don't cover that.
I'm seeing the Chiefs at a -5 point favorite. I'm definitely taking
Oh, you
that
didn't
Chiefs
go
minus
down.
5. I'm taking Chiefs minus 5 every day of the week.
I take Chiefs money line.
Yeah. For money line. You think they're gonna cover 5 points? I think they're gonna.
I think Chiefs gonna cover
It's
that.
gonna be a tough game.
I got Chiefs by at least 10 points.
Okay.
I think they're gonna.
Are you confident enough? Are you gonna actually raise the spread for your bet, or are you gonna just
Minus 10.
No, I'm just taking the -5.
Okay, take what they giving you. Okay.
Yeah, we gotta start off, slow building something. All right, then the next game we got Panthers at Falcons. Falcons a 3.5 point favorite. I got the Panthers. My boy Bryce Young. I think they go steal a game from Desmond Ritter, Kyle Pitts, and all them boys. AJ Terrell.
I got Falcons.
100% have the Falcons. Like I said, I think the Carolina Panthers are going to be competing with the Texans for the worst team in the league. So I'm going to take the Falcons. I'm going to take the good old -3 because I don't think that Carolina offense is going to get moving at all.
Yeah, 3.5. Okay.
I'll take money line. Falcons.
I got Panthers winning straight up. And we got Ravens and Texans. Ravens -10.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that spread.
They're covered.
I'll probably take them -25 to be honest. Man, it's about to get ugly for CJ back there.
Yeah,
It's about to get ugly for CJ.
Who are their receivers?
Who? The Texans?
Yeah.
Lord, who knows?
I know you got some nice running back.
I mean, seriously, who knows? But yeah, I'll take the Ravens -7. I'm not gonna go as far as -6. I'm not gonna go as 10. I'm not gonna get caught up with the whole low big spread. This is not college football. I'm gonna take the 7.
Okay, that's true. The defense is way better in the NFL. Then we got the Bengals and the Browns. Bengals 2.5 point favorite.
I'll take Browns money line.
Definitely gonna take the Browns. I'm not sure. I seen somewhere it said Joe Burrow is not playing. I'm gonna take the Browns regardless. But if Joe Burrow is not playing, I'm gonna take the Browns -6.5. If Joe Burrow is playing, I'll take the Browns money line. And I would also single game parlay that with Deshaun Watson throwing a party on these boys with at least 299 yards. As well as
at least 299. At least a half.
And a half.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go with the Browns. I said earlier I had Deshaun being the breakout player of the week. Myles Garrett. We know the problem. If Joey B does play, we know the problem with the Bengals every year is the line at some point. They have a stretch of games where Joey B just gets fucking destroyed. So you got Myles Garrett. Denzel Ward in the backfield. I know it's still probably gonna be an issue. You got Jamar Chase.
Hell, you ain't gotta say nobody else.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett. That's a problem. That's a big issue right there. Tampa versus Minnesota. Baker Mayfield is going to be starting. Obviously, I'm not fucking with Baker. I'm not going to be anywhere near Baker. Yeah. I'm going to take good old Kirk Cousins. I'm going to take him. I can't mess with that spread -6. I'm going to take a money line.
That's a trap. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take the Vikings. Hate to do it, bro, but I'm going to take the money line.
I'm going to have to take the underdog, man. This one. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will upset the Minnesota Vikings.
+200.
Who have just lost Dalvin Cook.
+200.
I mean, you got JJ out there, man.
Niners, Steelers.
Oh, I got this. What's the spread? Oh, I think the 49ers cover that.
Oh, yeah.
2.5.
I'm 100% going to have to raise that up to 7.
I'm taking a touchdown.
Just because the Steelers are playing, just so I can be quick about this, I think Kenny Pickett sucks. I think he's awful.
I'm going to go to Steelers. I think Kenny Pickett has a breakout game. Najee Harris rushed for 150 yards.
I don't know if you can, but I would bet that at some point George Pickens get pissed off at Kenny Pickett. Overall, badly thrown or
He's
not.
nice though. But shit, you're right.
Oh yeah.
What about we got the Jags and the Colts? The Jags -5.
I'm going Jags -8.5.
Yeah, I'm going Jags -6.5 for sure.
I'm Drano. I'm taking that. That's one score.
I'm going to take a single game parlay. I'm going to mix that with Anthony Richardson going for under like 220. I don't think he's about to be throwing that football. I might go under 200. I'm going to see what the odds are. I might have to go under 2. I don't believe in this guy. So we're going to see. I think if anything, if he has success, I believe he'll be running the ball. Off scramble is not designed quarterback offense.
Okay. So now we got Titans and the Saints. Saints are -3. Derek Carr's first game.
I'm going to have to go with the Saints.
No Alvin Kamara.
I don't like. They got Jamal Williams. I don't like the Titans at all. I'm going Saints all the way.
I honestly don't like either of those.
I wouldn't never bet on that, but just for the sake of it, I'd probably just take the Titans. I would take the Titans. I would just take the point spread.
Tannehill? Oh, this is cover. Okay, the cover.
I think it's gonna be like one of those really shitty games with like not a lot of offense.
17 to 14.
I'd probably take them like +4, just because I think it'll come down to the field goal.
It's gonna be a trash game.
Yeah. That's the one I'm not gonna put my money on. But if I had to, well, I like the weapons the Saints got, but Derek Carr, I've never been a believer. But I'll take them. They got a nice defensive line.
Yeah, they threw us a gift this weekend. The Patriots playing Philly, only 4-point spread.
Oh man!
So the Patriots offense is probably not going to score more than like fucking 15 points. I won't be surprised if Bill just run the ball. Mac is nothing. Mac is trash.
You don't
Mac
believe
sucks.
Mac.
Mac is nothing. Mac sucks. Mac stinks. Mac needs to get his job taken.
Mac,
I'm
definitely
Yeah, I'm going Philly.
I say, man, Philly has a Super Bowl hangover that they didn't even goddamn win. And that Mac Jones, with his new weapons, including Juju Smith-Schuster, will come into. Are they playing Philadelphia?
It's in New England.
Oh, they're at home. They're going to be at Gillette Stadium, and they're going to kick the Eagles' sorry asses.
Wow.
Okay. We're going to see about that.
I'm going to take the Eagles, man. I'm going to take the Eagles +6. -6.
Okay, we got the Lambs and the Seahawks.
The Lambs, yeah. That's easy.
Lamb chops.
No. Seahawks.
+5.5 for the Rams, -5.5 for the Hawks.
I think Seahawks cover that.
Seahawks -10.
Yeah, Seahawks probably -10. Yeah, because
NFC champs.
y'all seen this guy? What's the quarterback? No, the Rams. Matthew Stafford. Yeah, Matthew Stafford wife. He's been pillow talking. His wife goes on her little podcast, and she basically was talking about how Matthew Stafford doesn't know how to relate to the guys. He was like, they're calling me sir. He doesn't want to be the grandpa. Well, you're not the grandpa. You're 35. These are all grown men. You know, I'm just starting to feel like Matt isn't cut out for this anymore. You know, statements like that, as far as I'm concerned, it's like you're laying in bed, you're making excuses to your wife. Okay, that's what it sounds like. Your wife
complain about work.
Your wife, she's probably just, you're an NFL dude, so she's probably been agreeing with whatever you say ever since she's known you. So it's to the point where she thinks it's okay to even say this on her podcast. Some team dividing things like that. That definitely played a role in the locker room.
He's stuck in pillow talking, man. It's like he's just trying to change the subject off his erectile malfunction. Let's be real about it.
Oh, yeah, has he been?
It's been documented.
Yeah. Is that why he missed last season? Like,
it wasn't just a show, man.
Has the guy just gotten soft on us?
That guy, he's really talking about people that like him in the locker room and call him sir.
Yeah.
That means he's not getting called daddy where it counts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he worried about the wrong thing, yeah. He's trying to gossip with his woman. He's supposed to be being a husband to her.
And she felt like she had the power to say that on her podcast.
She
told her in confidence.
Yeah.
I do you dirty, man, but we're going to move on to the
Sunday
night game.
We're going to get off of them.
That's another episode.
That's a whole other podcast. We ain't going to do them like that because we're talking sports, but.
Sunday night game.
Come on, Matt.
We got the Cowboys at the Giants. Drano's game of the week.
Cowboys, what's that spread?
3.5
for
the Cowboys.
It's plus or minus for the Cowboys?
They're minus.
Okay, yeah. So the Cowboys are favored. Yeah, I'm gonna take Danny Dimes. Saquon just really sold out on the running backs, taking that deal. But yeah, I'm gonna take him. Sell out Saquon. I'm gonna take Danny Dimes. Yeah, I'm gonna go with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Danny Dimes.
I like Dable.
Instead of Saquon as well.
Yeah.
They just added Darren Waller. They should be pretty good this season.
I would probably bet that the Saquon the sellout has a good game. I would probably bet that he gets over 100 yards.
Yeah. I think he does too, but I will.
You think who does?
I think Saquon get 100, but I will, for the sake of this, I will take the Cowboys for this game. Okay. I think they go in. Dak didn't have the best end into a season. I think he has one of those solid games where he don't really turn the ball over. Gets the ball in his receiver's hand, let CD do what he do. They got Michael Gallup back. Tony Pollard, first start, I think he's going to ball out. And Michael Parsons still there. He is solid, one of the best defenders in the league.
Hey, Deuce Vine, it's going to be a sleeper for the Cowboys this season.
I don't think he's going to be a sleeper. I think everybody expecting him to have a good year. As far as sleepers, I think, and I'm not just saying this, I really do believe that Zay
is going to be a sleeper this year. I think
Zay
Zay.
Flowers?
Yeah, for the Ravens. I think he's going to go out there. I think he's going to have a really
Zay
good.
Flowers?
Yeah, Zay. I don't know why I said Zay Jones.
Oh yeah, okay.
But no, Zay Flowers. I think he's going to go out there and have I think he's going to go out there and ball out. He might win Rookie of the Year. Him or I believe Zay or Will Anderson or maybe Jalen Carter is going to win Rookie of the Year. I do not think it's going to be any of these little bitty, non-talented, non-throwing quarterbacks.
I think it might be a running back or Will Anderson, like Jameer Gibbs from Detroit.
The only running back I can see is Bijan Robinson, maybe.
Bijan in Atlanta, yeah, I can see that too.
What's the Sunday night game?
Well, the Monday night, the final one,
Okay.
Bills at Jets. Bills are 2.5-point favorite on the road.
I'm taking the Jets. Yeah, this is gonna tell us a lot. I think Aaron Rodgers can go out there and live up to it.
I'm gonna go Bills. I just don't see.
Spread the money.
I don't see the Jets doing anything. I'm gonna get. Excuse me. I'm gonna go to Jets losing by 6.5 points.
Okay.
All right, I got the Jets, man. I got the Jets winning by. I'm gonna take them at 4.5, man. I think they win this game.
Now, it wouldn't be right for us to lead this show without talking about our boy Ezekiel Elliott. He on the Patriots. Change the scenery. Big Bill gonna keep his life structured. We ain't gonna see any more videos of him pulling girls' bras off, or doing any of those little his little tactics, any of his little, his little things and his foolishness. Over under 1,000 yards. Now he is splitting carries with Stevenson.
Yeah, I'm taking the under.
Under 1,000.
I say he gets into 700. Even if he gets,
okay, over under 10 touchdowns.
He will be used as a red zone threat, so I don't know.
I give him under both.
Under.
I say he get about get eight touchdowns.
Yeah,
Okay.
under
They're just
both.
gonna use him in short yardage situations. The goal line. Patriots had a hard time getting the ball in the end zone last year, so you gotta get
for sure. So you taking him under?
Under
Take
both.
under still though.
Ramondre Stevenson is a pretty power back, it's kind of similar to Zeke. So yeah.
Do you think he start?
Ramondre.
I think Zeke is gonna start.
No, I think Ramondre gonna start.
Really?
Ramondre had a decent season last year.
They have it listed too right now. It's him as a starter.
I think regardless, I think Zeke. I think this is gonna be like a redemption year for Zeke. And I'm not just saying it because he's from St. Louis. I think he's gonna have a redemption year. I think he's gonna get for sure 10 touchdowns. I think if he's not starting, I think he'll be able to either take over that starting position at some point, or he'll be able to keep it close enough to where they are really splitting those carries. And we also got to think, Bill Belichick, I don't know if it's last year or a game or a year, like 1 or 2 years ago when they played the Bills, he only threw the ball like 3 times.
2 years ago.
Like, he was running the ball 50 times. So
that's crazy.
like that's what Zeke needs. Zeke needs those constant carries. He is a horse. He's like a battering ram. All he knows is to go. You know what I'm saying? He don't know nothing else. No more juking from him.
Yeah.
No more spin moves. No more little hurdles. He's running through you.
Run through the tackle.
He's running through you. He's gonna break his head. He's gonna break his shoulder, and he's gonna keep it going.
Well, then he's injury prone, so is he gonna be able to play enough games?
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna come down to that.
10 touchdowns,
Hopefully Zeke have a good season, man.
Oh yeah, we're rooting for him.
Shout out Zeke.
Shout out Zeke.
He needs a redemption year, man. We don't want to see him out of the league.
Well, thank y'all, man. The Culture Podcast. We will see y'all this Sunday. We're gonna see how these bets pan out, man.
All right, that's it.